Hi, my name is Sarah and welcome to my channel. So I've been using my iPad as my learning tool for a few years now, and I wanted to give you a quick tour what I have installed on it and which apps I would recommend if you're also interested in using your iPad as a learning tool. So let's just get into it. This is my iPad. It is just the iPad 2018 9.7-inch version, and I got this one because it was quite cheap at the time I got it. So I got it in late 2019 and it was around 200 to 250 euros. I have a case on it just in case something happens. I would rather have the case scratched than my screen scratched. I also bought a Apple Pencil because it does work with this iPad. And I specifically got it for that combo so I can just write my notes and write on PDFs as well. So this is my pencil. I actually got it on Amazon. It was refurbished, so it was around 80 euros, and that basically means that someone bought it, didn't like it, and returned it, and it's been working very well for me. I haven't had any issues, and I really enjoy it. This is my current lock screen. It is just one of the wallpapers provided by Apple, and I really like it, especially with night mode because it does change to a cute purple. And this is just my home screen. On the left I have a few widgets. I just have my calendar, I have weather, I have my battery status, my notes, a cute widget with pictures. I have my files, so if I need anything I can just quickly click on that. On this screen there isn't anything interesting. I just have the apps that were pre-installed. I mostly just use the notes one and the photos one, and that's all that I have on my home screen. I don't really use this screen as much. I prefer this screen where I have all of my folders and everything organized. You'll see that some don't make sense, but that's okay. It's just for me so that I can find stuff better. Here we have just stuff, the apps that were already installed. Then I have this one that's called Productivity, and I have speed test because I do like checking the speed if I am connected to someone else's Wi-Fi. And I also have Dropbox because I do have some old files on there, and in case I need to access them, it's right here. Then we have this travel folder, which honestly, as you can see, I don't use most of those. I just use it on my phone. But if I am planning a vacation, I like to go on here as well and make notes while I'm checking out deals. The next one is actually Flats. It's just a few apps for looking for apartments. Next up, we have a special folder just for Google, and here are all of the Google apps. So I have Chrome, Google Maps, Gmail, Drive, Google Earth, and Translate. I do sometimes use the Drive one because a lot of my classmates put stuff on Drive, and it is useful to just have it here installed, and so I can check out if they shared something with me. Next one I have is YouTube. It's a special one. It's just the YouTube Studio and then YouTube, because I do use this iPad for entertainment as well, and that means I watch a lot of YouTube. Next up we have the fun folder, which I just have a few games. I have Twitch because I enjoy watching streamers, and I also have the Netflix app because I watch a lot of Netflix on my iPad. I get all cozy in my bed and yeah, just watch some movies or shows. Here I have the read and write folder. I just have Liquidtext, Word, OneNote, PDF, and Acrobat. I'm gonna be honest, I have not used Liquidtext at all. It does seem very useful, I just haven't gotten the hang of it yet. I'll definitely look up some videos and put them down in the description, and maybe you can check them out if you're interested. I also have not gotten into using OneNote. I know it's a great app and it has a great ecosystem, but I just use another app that I will show you in a bit. This is just my business folder. So basically it has Moodle, which is a e-classroom, then GarageBand, Canva, iMovie, Zoom, Press Viewer, and Photoshop Express. I usually use Photoshop Express on my phone, so that's why it is currently in the cloud. I love using Canva. I use it on computer, I use it on my phone and on my iPad. I think it's a great tool. I also use iMovie sometimes for editing, but I do prefer to edit on my computer. And I have Feedly Classic, which is just a news app. The apps that I usually use the most are down here on the toolbar. I use a lot of Safari, I use a lot of Mail, I use a lot of documents, I use a lot of Notability and Procreate. Now I think getting an iPad that connects to an Apple Pencil is useful for these two apps especially, and those are my favorite ones. They are both payable, but I think it's worth the money for sure, and you just pay it once and you have access for a lifetime. I love the Apple ecosystem because I can just upload a document on my iCloud Drive, and I will also see it on my phone, and I will also be able to access it from a computer, and that's a big plus for me. That connectivity makes this worth all the money. I know there's other tools out there for this as well, like you see I have Google Drive and Dropbox, but I feel like this one is just very seamless and it doesn't require a lot of effort, and you just have to be connected to Wi-Fi or have data. I also think it's very useful to get a MacBook as well if you're in the Apple ecosystem, because then it's just all connected and you don't have to worry about anything. So next up is the two apps that I use the most for sure, and I really think they're worth your money. It is Notability and Procreate. These are both payable apps, so you do have to pay for them, but it is a one-time pay and then you have them for a lifetime, so I definitely think it's an investment. Now please don't laugh, I don't really draw, I'm not a good artist, but I love using Procreate. There's so many great tutorials out there that help you and guide you on how to draw everything, and I really think it's useful. I think it's a good app if drawing calms you, and yeah, I really enjoy this. I think this is definitely worth the money. And then my favorite app, the app I use the most, it is definitely Notability. I take all of my notes on this app. I honestly don't use paper anymore. I only use it as a diary when we have deadlines, but otherwise I put everything on here. And I love it because you can take pictures, you can find stuff online, and you can just paste it onto the note, and I really love it. You can also export it into PDF. You can scan a document and then just write on it. I think this app is definitely worth the money. I love it. I love that you have folders and everything is well organized, so I would definitely recommend this one. Yeah, that was just my quick iPad tour. As you can see, I mostly use Notability for my school. I also enjoy using the folders, the files, because all of my PDFs can go on here and I can just study with my iPad. I don't have to be behind my computer. I also use it a lot for entertainment. Like you saw, I have Netflix, I have everything on here, so if I go on vacation and have some entertainment there as well. But I would definitely recommend Notability. I think it's a great app. For me personally, it's not too complicated. There isn't too many things that you can do, but I like the simplicity and the ease of use. I will leave some YouTube links down below, maybe for some tutorials if you're interested in getting it. I'll also leave some links to tutorials for Procreate. I think learning a new skill is always very useful. Do you use a tablet for your schoolwork or do you use your computer for your schoolwork? I actually use both, and it is my favorite combination, to be honest. I can just be on a Zoom call on my computer and take notes with my iPad. As you can see, it can be also done on a budget if you know where to look and when to look, especially because these products can also be on sale and aren't that expensive. Thank you for watching this quick tour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you like this kind of content, please let me know down below. I would love to show you what's on my other devices and how I stay organized. If you want to see more of my videos, please do subscribe down below. I appreciate all of you subscribing and watching. All of my social media is also linked down below. If you want to give me a follow there, please do. And have a great rest of your day, evening, or night. Bye!